guys, I'm here to review Selena Gomez foundation and concealer. So her brand is called Rare Beauty if you don't already know. I only have the foundation and concealer to review here. I didn't really explore the brand because I've been kind of on a foundation and concealer kick. So I wanted to give this a try so I could give you guys a review on how I feel about the product and how it wears on my skin and application and whatnot. Rare Beauty is available at Sephora and I believe rarebeauty.com. The foundation retails for $29 and then the concealer is $19. So not bad for, you know, a high-end brand. So the whole concealer and foundation line actually has a very inclusive range, which is really nice. For a new brand to come out like with a bang and to provide colors that would be suitable for a whole range of people's skin tones. The packaging of this product is actually super cute, very reminiscent of kind of like if I pictured Selena Gomez and her audience is, you know, like a younger crowd. So I think that's so cute. It has a little ball. So as far as the claims of the foundation, it's supposed to be enclosed in like a serum-like base with a whole bunch of botanicals to kind of help your skin. So it's one of the cleaner brands in Sephora. So as far as first impressions, I actually ordered 320W of this foundation and that one was super orange, so I actually exchanged it for 310W, which is the perfect shade for me. And then for the concealer, I got it in the shade 280N, which is perfect. It's just brightening up the under eye, not too light, and just gives it enough kind of coverage without making it look too light or just blending into my skin. So as far as my skin type, I have very oily skin. So usually I gravitate towards foundations that are kind of natural to matte finish. I would say this foundation has like a satin, like glowy finish. As far as application, the foundation has a doe foot applicator. It's actually pretty big. You need to be careful of getting it out of there because because the foundation is very liquidy. You have to make sure you don't kind of like just whip it out because you're gonna end up splashing all over the place. So as far as what holds the foundation together, so the claim is it's like a serum-like base, which is, I feel like it's a little bit oily. So you need to make sure to shake the foundation really well before you apply it. Probably just get the base, which is just the oily kind of like serum sense if you don't shake it enough and apply it on your face. So as far as application and coverage, I feel like the foundation covers really well. It blends in really well with a brush, but I feel like if you use a sponge, because the foundation is super light, a sponge may absorb a lot more of that product. I do recommend applying this foundation with a brush to get the most coverage. It's so light that you don't really want to take away any of that coverage by using a sponge, you know, that can tend to adhere and absorb some of that product. So I do recommend a foundation brush. So as far as applying it, I feel like it covered my skin really well. I feel like I didn't have to go over spots too much for double coverage. I felt like it covered my broken capillaries around my nose and any of my acne scarring. As far as the finish, definitely the finish is very glowy. So if you don't really like glowy finish foundations, you won't like this. So here I'm going to show you my skin before setting it, and then I'm going to show you half of my skin with the foundation that's already been set with my powder, so you can see the difference of how the foundation does apply right off the bat. So as far as the concealer is actually really potent, so you don't need to apply a lot. The concealer has a very interesting shaped applicator. Really, I didn't really read too much about what the shape is supposed to, you know, mimic, but the concealer is so potent that the applicator almost doesn't matter because I have to apply it really lightly, or else I'll end up with it creasing all over the place with too much product on. I find that I only need to apply maybe like 3 or 4 super tiny dots to get the coverage underneath my eyes. And the first time that I've applied this, I applied too much and it creased so badly just after application, even after setting it. So the key is to make sure to apply very little of the product and then blend it in really well and then set it so that it doesn't crease. So as far as wear time with the foundation actually wears pretty decently. I felt like after maybe 8 hours of the foundation, I just felt like it didn't wear as evenly as I wanted. For someone who has oily skin, this definitely is not, I would not consider this like a long wear foundation with my skin type, because I am so greasy that after maybe like 3 to 4 hours, I was already like a grease ball and I had to blot. Because my skin is already so oily, that serum like base of the foundation doesn't make it adhere too nicely on my skin. It's not really a long wear foundation on my skin type. I felt like I had to make sure that I didn't touch my face, and if I did, I would end up with a product just kind of like, you know, gathering in like the creases of my face and going into like my acne scars. And that is mainly because I have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I think you would actually love this foundation. If you have like dry, normal skin, and if you don't have problematic skin, I think you would actually really like this foundation because of the finish of it is actually really, really pretty and very like natural. And it's just not for me because I'm super greasy. The foundation and concealer doesn't really contain any kind of fragrance, which is actually really nice if you have sensitive skin. I think that was the goal for Selena, was to have kind of like a more, like a cleaner, more natural formula. So as far as overall thoughts with the foundation and concealer, I think the foundation and concealer is actually really nice, but it definitely depends on your skin type. For me personally, I have really oily skin, and I find that I don't really want to reach for it because I just feel like I get greasier faster, and I just felt icky because I felt like my face, because of that serum like base, I just felt like I got greasier a lot faster because of that base, and it just doesn't feel comfortable on my skin because I'm oily. If you do have drier skin, or even normal skin, if you have like if you have good non-problematic skin, I think you would really appreciate it, especially if you have dry skin, because of the richer kind of like serum like formula of the foundation. So I would still recommend it if you have that kind of skin type. But if you have oily skin, I would say try to get a sample of it if you can before buying it to see how you like it. But for me personally, I felt like I just got too grease. Even though the coverage of the foundation is super nice, I just felt like I wouldn't really want to reach for it because I just felt like I got greasier faster, and it just doesn't feel good on the skin throughout the day because I felt like I just felt that base on my skin, and then combined with my oils, like I just felt like I just have this presence on my face. So that is it for my overall thoughts on this foundation and concealer. I hope you guys find this helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video.